Good morning, y'all. We are live inside Results One. It has been almost 2 weeks since we have done a live stream, and it's so awesome that I get to not jump in the truck alone. So I have Lieutenant Lampkin with the Eatonville Police Department. Sir, welcome in.
Welcome, man. Thank you for having me, man.
Man, this is so cool. So a little background for you. My truck has been down for 2 solid weeks. So I have been, I'm not gonna lie, I've been chilling. Okay. So usually right after the show, I've got to do this stuff. I've just been hanging out. Yeah, they've been like, Steve, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm working.
Yeah.
No, I'm just out. But I have an amazing group of engineers. They got all new batteries. They got new switches everywhere.
Truck looks amazing, man.
Well, when you rolled up, I was like, that's got to be a cop car because that thing is clean looking.
Oh, yeah, it's nice.
You got the same truck.
Yeah, it's my favorite color, too.
Nice
it's
and blue.
And nobody knows that, like, you know.
Because most people don't think that nice blue is going to be a cop car.
There you go, right?
Right? It's that standard navy blue that's like, meh. So, Lieutenant Lampkin, thank you. I get the opportunity to talk to law enforcement officers throughout Central Florida, and I look at it as a huge blessing because not everybody wants to talk to the media, number one,
exactly.
And I don't know another person in media that's also a cop.
Yeah.
Right? So it gives me the upper edge. I got to speak to a few people throughout their career that have passion about other things than law enforcement. Obviously, you have to have a passion to do what you do.
Yes.
Because no one just wants to be a cop.
Right?
Growing up. Right? So, but first, I want to know a little bit about you. Okay. Where'd you grow up?
So I grew up in Orlando, Florida, mostly in the Pine Hills area.
Okay, on the west side?
West side of Orlando. So that's my upbringing was,
You went to school out there?
I went to school. I grew up Christian school.
Okay.
So I went to Forest Lake Academy.
All right.
As well. So
Nice. So as a kid, you had passions or hobbies or anything like that? Did you get into any of that trouble as a kid or any of that mischievous behavior, or were you a pretty straight and narrow kind of guy?
No, I think everybody gets into a little mischievous things at times.
Right.
But like my mom always steered me. Like she's like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And ever since I was little, I always said, Ma, I think I want to be a police and a comedian. And she's like, well, that's kind of weird, but. So those two, since I was little, my mom even telling me that I was saying that since I was like 3 years old.
A police and a comedian. But then people would make fun of me and go, Steve, you're a cop and a news anchor? I know someone that's a magician and a police officer.
Yeah.
So talk to me about why comedy, though? Was it something as a kid that you saw? Was it a therapy for you? How'd you get in to making people smile?
Wow. So when I got into because growing up, like all my families always say, hey, you're so funny, we love when you're around, you're making us laugh at family cookouts and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I saw the effect that it had on people.
All right.
And the effect was great because I can go into a room and just light it up and everybody's happy, everybody's smiling, everybody's having a great time, and I'm like, man, this is like rewarding, it's fulfilling.
Okay. So
being in police work of helping people and seeing like all of the bad things that happen, and it was a perfect release for me, being able to just go and grab a mic, go on stage and entertain, and kind of like, for me, it was a way to de-stress from police work.
But you were in comedy before you got into police work.
Oh, yeah.
So where'd that come from? Where you're out making people smile, making people laugh, and now you want to go become a law enforcement officer?
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. How'd that happen?
Yeah, okay, so...
where'd the interest come from? Because you could have been a comedian your full-time.
Full-time, yeah, exactly. Well, like I said, growing up in school with the DARE program and seeing the police, I'd always wanted to do something with law enforcement.
Okay.
So that was something that I had a drive in me as well growing up. But comedy was so easy to get into. Like, I can do it at school, I can do it at home, anywhere I go, I can just start telling jokes and stuff like that. But And then I had to get serious, you know, to be, you know, with the police stuff, you know, like the police academy, you know, everything that comes with that.
Right.
I had to get a lot more serious on making that happen. But comedians, I could just, you know, go anywhere and tell jokes.
Because you ultimately, your job is a police officer. Your passion was the comedy side of
there
things.
You go. Yes, sir.
So I gotta ask, where did Brody Love come from? The name Brody Love.
So Brody come from, so my first name is Broderick, and in school, growing up in school, instead of calling me my full, like a whole name, my nickname was Brody.
Okay.
And so everywhere I go, people will say, hey man, you know, he's always laughter, he's full of love, he's full of energy. So the love came from like what I want, like people.
The energy
Brody,
you put off.
Exactly. So Brody Love is like, all right, this is my stage.
That's
name.
your stage name.
Yeah, this is mine. When I go into comedy and whatever, Brody Love is it. You know,
I'm obsessed with it because it's smooth.
Yeah.
It's got a presence about it.
Yeah.
How long have you been on the stage doing this now, professionally?
So,
because that's not easy, man.
Yeah, no, it's not easy. So let me just be honest with you.
Go for it. I would hope you're honest, man.
Yeah, when I first started in comedy, it was not good. Like I sucked. People was like, you know, not laughing, booing. I mean, it was horrible. Like, you know, so.
But
there was a lot
isn't
of growing
that part
pains.
of that? Isn't that part of the comedy world?
Yeah, it is. Like,
or is it you either funny or you're not?
Nah, I think people don't realize that it takes anything that you do, whatever it is, whether it's a police, whether it's a news anchor, whether it's comedy or whatever. I think you have to have the drive to keep going. Yep. It's gonna be tough. You're gonna fall. You're gonna fail. But if you keep going, you're gonna start reaping the benefits of continuing that drive. So
I love that you said that, because so many people think you got to get it the first try.
Yeah.
Or if you don't, man, I'm not good enough.
No, yeah.
And it's like, no, if you have passion, you've got to at least go through the journey a little bit.
Yes, right.
Not just start it off, because heck, you might learn something along the journey that might take you somewhere else.
Exactly. And like you said, and I didn't even know like all this comedy was actually gonna help me later on in my comedy career. I'm sorry, in my law enforcement career.
And the people skills, right?
Yeah, and the people skills, going into any situation and knowing how to kind of command the scene and everything, like
even just
diffusing, and like it's helped me out of situations where I was really scared and I had to go into acting mode, and so they didn't know that they didn't know I was scared. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
can you give me an example of a time that you can remember where you're like, man, I'm gonna have to turn into Brody Love for a second?
Well,
where the person kind of just totally chilled out, and you were like, man, this is working.
Yeah. Well, I remember I like doing, like, for instance, like we had an event or something like that, and so much stuff was going on. I'm like, hey guys, and I'm like, you know, everybody's looking, and then I'm like, and I said something, and people kind of like started like responding to that. And I'm like,
so you break ice.
Yeah. So and I'm like, oh wait, everything's on me now. And then I'm like, so me as a police officer, like I didn't want to like. So I'm like, wait a minute, do I go into comedy mode or do I go into like police mode? Because police mode, I'm outnumbered. Comedy mode, I can take on 100 people. You see what I'm saying?
I love how you said that.
Yeah. So police
it's
mode,
a familiar language.
There you go. So and it's better. Like people will actually do more of what you say if they're enjoying what you're saying, instead of being forceful and like, hey, I need all you guys to go that way. You know, start being on it like, nah, man, we ain't going that way. Nah, I gotta be like, well, you're gonna go that way. Now it's the problem, right? But if I can make a funny joke and they're like, oh man, yeah, where we need to go, yeah, we'll go that way. He's cool, he's funny, he heard what he said. Like, so comedy has always been a cure, a medicine for me. Like laughter has just always been my thing, man. I love to make people smile and laugh and have a good time.
I love it, man. I love it. Talk to me a little bit about your team that you kind of put your shows on together with. I got to meet one of your partners last year.
Yep.
You guys do have a show coming up.
Yes, this Thursday.
Thursday night on iDrive at
the Orlando Funny Bone.
The Orlando Funny Bone, and that's at Point Orlando, isn't it?
Orlando, yes, sir.
Yes,
yep.
great.
It's the old Orlando Improv.
I was just about to ask.
Yes.
Is that the Orlando? Oh,
yeah,
Orlando.
It's Orlando Improv. They just changed the name, so it's Orlando Funny Bone now.
Okay,
but it's the same place.
So you do these shows. Talk to me a little bit about Thursday's show and what people could expect.
Right. Okay. So I started this about 7 years ago. It's called an LEO Comedy Jam.
Okay.
And so, like, pretty much what we do is we put together a comedy for law enforcement, first responders, and basically it's for like the performers are police officers.
Okay.
And corrections or military or firefighters, or like it has something to do with affiliation of law enforcement, first responders, and military. So the show is going to highlight those comedians and those people that are in comedy as well, that also has professions like what we do.
So can people expect that during this there are a lot of first responder innuendos, and it's themed in that way to kind of make fun of the vibe a little bit?
Yeah, so if nobody's ever seen me, like I said, I'm a cop, and also I tell these stories about stuff that happens.
Okay.
And I mean, it's very unique because when you hear about the police in comedy, it's more likely you're hearing about a negative story, or you're hearing about when the police stopped them and gave them a ticket or what.
Right.
But you're not getting to hear from the cop's perspective of what we hear and what we go through when we pull people over, or what we get to.
This is so true.
Yeah, man, it's fun. I'm telling you, and it's unique. And everywhere I go, people are like, wow, like this is. I've never heard anything like it, because it's sharing the story of what I do. Like,
no, 100%. And then you're able to. I'm laughing internally so bad right now. Just the idea of you walking through an awkward traffic stop from a comedic perspective, and knowing that you probably had to play it straight the whole time on the traffic stop, but your inner mind's losing it. And you're able to tell this on a stage to people who just want to hear it and laugh about it.
There you go. Yeah, because people like real life things.
They
want to relate to.
Some of the best comedians talk about real life situations.
There you go. Yes, sir.
Whether it's dad kind of vibe stuff and the parents, or other kind of situations, I look at it as the way a comedian, I think, draws people in is by making fun of real life situations, right? It's where can you find that thin silver lining in a situation that sucks? And I think that's why I love comedy, because it just breaks up the seriousness of everything. What do you, when you do this, how do you prep for a show like this? Because I do live TV. I'm in a studio with 4 or 5 people. I don't have to pay attention to anyone's reaction. I couldn't do what you're doing. But I host events and stuff, but I'm not the event.
Exactly.
How does Brody Love prepare?
So, it's, don't get me wrong, it's very nerve-wracking. Like,
because there's got to be a routine, there's got to be prayer, there's got to be all this stuff.
I mean, in the green room, like, I have a little routine, but, like I get nervous every time I hit the stage, even though I know I'm going to be great. I know I'm going to do good.
I love how you said that. I know I'm going to be great.
But I get nervous because I just want to deliver a good show, and I want people so I'm working on what I'm going to say, and me, I'm going to tell you this. I'm the kind of comedian that, like I said, Brody Love, right? I want people to love me and not feel uncomfortable, because most comedians will talk about people in the audience and talk about them and make them kind of uncomfortable.
You're not that guy.
I talk about myself, and so I typically try to get the whole crowd to love me, instead of somebody saying, well, he talked about my shirt, he talked about my tie, he was talking about my shoes, I didn't really like him, he wasn't that funny.
Right.
But when everybody's like, oh, wait, he's talking about himself, and it was
I
so
can get
funny,
in on
and
that.
I can get it. Yeah, look at him. Yeah, he talks about. So I talk about foot pursuits, me being a bigger cop and stuff. I mean, it is funny. So
awesome.
I'm saying,
so this is happening Thursday night. Show starts at
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Tickets are like $22.
Yeah, they're $25.
Simple, easy ticket.
Yeah.
Gets you in for the night. How many performers?
So we have. It's going to be Tony Black, comedian Tony Black. We have hosted by Clever. And we also have a special guest flying in all the way from Virginia.
Okay.
He's a Virginia police officer and a comedian.
Love it.
So we have a guy from Tampa. He's coming in. Taurus. He's a retired Hillsborough sheriff deputy. Okay. So everybody that's on that show is, like I said, affiliated with
has a badge at some capacity.
Yes,
but loves comedy
and entertaining. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And so, and I'm gonna headline with me being a cop and comedian. You can hear all these funny stories and all these certain things that I have to say, and I think it'll be so amazing.
I think it's going to be great. Yeah. So listen, guys, get out there Thursday. If I tell people all the time, we live in the tourist mecca of the world. We should be enjoying it. I spent the weekend at Margaritaville this weekend, just hanging out.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's local. Why not? If you're looking for something to do, International Drive, weather's going to be great all week long. And then it's a nice, cool evening. You can chill right afterwards, but you can chill with Brody. Yeah. So what we want you guys to do, we want you to go out there. Tickets are $25. Yeah. Ultimately, what you're doing in the big grand scheme of things is you're supporting your local first responders.
That's right.
You're going to have so many out there, and you get to build some bridges with these guys. Yeah. He's a lieutenant in Eatonville and putting on a show.
That's right.
On iDrive. Like, how cool is that, man?
Yeah,
so
amazing.
Get out there. Follow him also on social media, Brody Love. He's got his Instagram, Facebook. And this is how we find out what our local heroes are kind of doing. Brody, I appreciate you. I don't know if to call you Brody Love or LT because he outranks the heck out of me right now. But what you're doing means a lot. Yeah. I appreciate it because, yes, it's fun. It's funny. It does something for you. But there is an underline of humor that you're bringing to a job that needs it.
Yep. And
a sense of letting a release go kind of thing.
And I can tell you this, a lot of people say that police officers don't have a sense of humor. They just want to enforce the law and be mean. But I can tell you this, what I love most about this is I get to people make people laugh. They break down the barrier. And then guess what? After the show, everybody comes to me and they're asking all kind of questions.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like, hey, my cousin was pulled over. Do you think this was right? And I mean, it's like everybody.
You're like, I'm not your lawyer, man.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, but they feel like they connect with me so much that they like, hey, can I follow you and tell you about my story that happened with me 2 years ago? And so we're missing, like I said, it's so much tension sometimes in law enforcement where we can come in and make people laugh and try to let the community know that yes, we have a job to do. But we also love to help and bring laughter and joy to the world too as well. So,
amen. Well, I want to thank you. I want to thank Chief Murray for allowing you to come out here and do this.
Yes. Greatest chief ever.
Greatest chief ever. We've got an amazing new. I say he's new, but he has been in Central Florida forever. Great human being. So I appreciate you, Chief. Your staff, your civilian staff, got to meet the ladies inside there. Awesome. I want to give you this, one of my coins.
Oh, wow.
Thank you for joining me today.
Okay.
I appreciate you. From one cop to another, you're kicking butt out here, man.
Hey, man.
And I hope you have a packed house. If I can make it, I have the retirement for Chief Apopka on Thursday night. But if that clears early, I'm beelining it to iDrive for some laughs with you, man.
Come on out there, man.
All right, I appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you, sir.
Guys, give him a follow. Brody Love. We'll see you guys later.
Thank you.